with the challenges posted by Meralco in this game?
Well, I just think the bottom line is, as you said, it's a game one. You know, it's a long series. It's a lot of games ahead of us. It's just nice to get the first one out of the way, as it always is in a series. You want to get that one, so you put the other team on a reactive basis. But the bottom line is that just one game. We got a lot of games to play. This is a familiar team, but they have a different system with Coach Nena. Their system's a lot different, and we struggled with it at times, didn't we? Yeah. You know, because it gets a lot of movement. Their guards are quick to the rim. So we had a hard time defending it in stretches, and hopefully we can get better and better as the series goes along. But it's a different one. You don't see that type of system too much, and so you know we're still trying to figure it out.
Coach, I want to ask about Ralph's impact in this game. This is the first time he's playing in a semifinals in your team, and with the rest of the guys getting a lot of attention on defense. What can you say about how he carried himself and convert on those kick-out passes?
Well, I thought that was key for us because they were really trying hard to collapse down on Christian and Japeth, and you know the last game we played them in the eliminations where they beat us up, they were doubling off of Ralph. But Ralph was, I think, you know, that was only his third game as a pro. So, you know, he's had a lot of experience since that time, playing big minutes and big moments. So, you know, he was up to the challenge. When they went off him, he was able to be there and knock down shots. Like I keep saying, it's nothing we don't see in practice every day. You know, right? We see him hitting those shots all day in practice. So it's not a surprise for us. I think it's still a surprise for some of the other teams, but not for us.
Thank you, Coach. Now, Stanley, 22 points tonight was your season high. You made clutch plays. What was your thought process towards the end of the fourth quarter, especially when Meralco was making a run?
Fourth quarter, I was just, you know, trying to stay aggressive, picking my spots. I know they're doubling down on Christian and Jeff in there, so that freed up a lot of us on the wing. So I just, you know, just trying to stay aggressive, pick my spots and attack.
You were not just scoring on offense. You actually did a little bit of everything in this game, both ends of the court. What enabled you to come up with an all-around game tonight?
Honestly, you know, we're a deep team, so you know it's gonna be nice where I can come, you know, be aggressive and score. It's gonna be nice somebody else is gonna be able to do it. So that's what makes us dangerous. You know, we're all-around team, and you know you have to pick your poison with us.
Nice answer.
You mentioned that you made those clutch buckets and, of course, clutch plays for Ginebra tonight. Being a veteran of your caliber, does it ever get easier for you hitting those shots, especially late in the fourth quarter?
I wouldn't say it's easier as I get older, but like I've been through those, you know, those moments, so I just try to focus on each possession. You know, don't worry about. There's no pressure. Just focus on each possession and, you know, give it your all. That's it. That's all I'm thinking about.
That first round encounter that you had with Meralco, other than this being the series opener for the semis, did that also serve as a motivation for you guys, especially considering how badly you got beaten in that matchup with Meralco?
I think it motivated us to know that we had to play at a certain level. We didn't play at a high level in that game, and a lot of that was because of them, but a lot of it we felt was because of ourselves. We just weren't prepared to play that game, and it showed in all the statistics. They dominated it everywhere, and so you know we knew we had to play at a higher level if we're going to be successful against this team. I think that's the thing that motivated us the most. So guys came out, I thought, with really good focus on. We went through some stretches. I think end of the second and started the third where we were like an 18-0 run or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it was almost like that. Felt like that, and we were playing out of character. We were doing a lot of one-on-one, and we weren't hustling back on defense. They got to a level where they were out hustling us, but guys, you know what they've been doing lately for us is that they get locked in when things start getting tough. They lock in and come together real well, and I thought they did that in that third quarter. They came together really well. stopped the bleeding, and then pushed forward, and we were able to establish a lead, which took the pressure off of us.
Coach, what can you say about the late charge of Meralco in the end game? Chris had that dive to basket.
I mean, it's playoff time, and we kind of took those last couple of possessions easy, and they were pressuring up hard on us, and we made a couple of turnovers and allowed them to make a game of it down the stretch, which they shouldn't have. We just got to be tighter. Our guards have to be tighter handling the ball. Scotty's got to get the ball in his hands quicker and faster. I told Scotty that. And he's the one. He's got to get the ball. And they were denying him and forcing other players to bring it up, and that's where the errors came in. So Scotty's got to work harder to get the ball in those big moments.
Coach, Christian had a good game, but not big numbers that we were used to in the past few games. What do you think?
Well, the good thing about Christian is he always shows up. I mean, if he's not scoring big, he's doing everything else. And, he was on the rebounds. And I thought they did a really good job. And I think this is what we're going to see throughout the series. They rotated 3 guys on him and just tried to wear him down. Put a body on him, try to be physical with him. Amazon, Torres, and Bates especially. And they just kept rotating those 3 guys. And that's tough. And we talked about it, and we talked about it as a group that this is going to happen. They're going to try to wear Chris down, and other people are going to have to pick up, and that's what Stanley was talking about earlier. Pick your poison. Are you going to focus that much on Chris, and maybe Japa, they'll get some stuff, Scotty, other things, and I thought Mav played a really good game tonight. Ralph, Stanley, so I think it's not just. You can never expect a player to just come out and match his numbers every night. Once he does that, teams are going to take it away. And now you've got to find alternatives. And we found alternatives and now they're going to have to go out and look, and what are we going to do for Mav and Ralph? And then maybe that'll open up things for Chris, and Chris will get back to putting up big numbers. But they're a great defensive team. They got a great defensive system. And my hat's off to Coach Nena and the way he's coaching that team. He's doing a great job.
Coach, in your final elimination round game against Inlets, when you benched Scotty Thompson in the entire fourth quarter, you mentioned about the importance of playing Stanley Pringle down the stretch.
Exactly, yeah.
Can you just talk about the luxury of having him play like this and his importance in your title quest?
Well, I mean, it's huge. We lost Jamie, and of course we've lost Maya, and we've lost Aljon, and that's always a key position for us, in that 3 position. And Stanley's coming out and playing it, although undersized. It's not really his position. He's really more of a 1-2, and he's not really a 3. So we're playing him out of position, and he's still being productive on both sides of it. He's still getting rebounds. He's still defending at the post, playing bigger than he is. So, I'm not sure he's a luxury at this point. He's really our 6th man, and he's coming off the bench, but we could start him at any moment. He's the kind of guy that can take over a game at any given moment. And tonight he took over the game, especially in that 3rd and 4th quarter in that second half, right when we really needed him.